talk too much. Have you ever said something to someone that when it got repeated, it just blew up in your face? Or are you the one who always has to fill the silence with nervous chatter? Hey there, I'm Joe, and today we're going to talk about how our words can get us in trouble. If you stay to the end, you'll learn what is considered careless or thoughtless words, how to avoid them in conversation, and with the help of the fourth law of power, always say less than necessary. We'll learn some tools how to gain more power in our conversations. Understanding careless words. So here's a quick definition of careless: not taking or showing enough care or attention. Careless. We already know once we say something, we can't take it back. With that said, I'd like to introduce the fourth law of power. Always say less than necessary. This law emphasizes the importance of holding back in conversation. So instead of just revealing things about ourselves every time we speak, say less and let the other person fill in the gaps. This law comes from a point of gaining power, where saying less can enhance your influence and presence. But this law also has the power to prevent misunderstandings and avoid unnecessary trouble. Problems caused by careless words. I'm pretty sure you could create a list of your own. I know I could. But here are just a few examples of the problems careless words can create. Your words can create a hostile work environment. Say you're telling a joke at another coworker's expense. They hear it, they feel the type of way, and then boom, now you got tension at work every time you see that person. Moving on. We could lose job opportunities. We could lose job opportunities by speaking up on things we don't know and showing how much little we do know of a subject. So, keep your mouth shut and, let it ride. Another problem words can create, they could break the trust between friends and family. Like a misspoken word can be taken terrible. Trust me, I know. The ripple effect. Now back to the joke you said at work. But instead of your coworker hearing it directly from you, the office big mouth hears it and tells the whole yard. So by the time that person you reference hears it, that joke you said, which was probably harmless and maybe even funny, will get twisted to a whole new level. Where before you just had a problem with just one coworker. Now you have a whole company putting dirt on your name and they don't even know the facts. But if you're mindful of your environment and apply the fourth law, by saying less, even when everyone's joking around, you could avoid the situation altogether. Strategies to avoid careless words. Here are 3 strategies to avoid careless words. 1. Pause before speaking. Not only does this buy you time to reflect on your thoughts, you could treat it as a form of self-respect. By not rushing to say your 2 cents, you add significantly more value to your words. Compared to the person that's, when it's their time to speak, they say everything on their mind because they feel like their opinions are not valued or worth it, or they're just not going to get another chance to speak. So pause before you speak. Next strategy is active listening. And I know if I asked you or anyone else, everyone says, "Oh, I'm a good listener." But in fact, we think we know what the other person is going to say next. So we already created our response and are actually just waiting for the other person to stop talking so we can say our 2 cents. So practice this, pay attention to what's being said, show acknowledgement that you're listening, nod your head, say okay, and repeat what you said. Repeat the last thing you heard for clarification and let them fix the misunderstandings. Our next strategy is weigh your words. We must always weigh our words carefully before we speak. This means taking a moment to find the right word that best fits the situation. A quick example would be me. Like, I have a bad habit of saying the word crazy to describe everything. I say crazy to describe funny, to describe something that's meh, to describe something that's even crazy. But yeah, and even though I know the meaning of it, the meanings and intention, it doesn't stop the other person from interpreting it the way they're conditioned to. So remember, pause before you speak, practice active listening, and weigh your words carefully. Now I want to talk to you about the power of silence. I'm pretty sure we all experience giving or receiving the silent treatment. And whether you gave it or received it, you can't deny it works. But here are other ways to use this tool. Say you're in a negotiation or interview and the subject of money comes up. Instead of pricing yourself too low, stay silent on the subject and let them fill the void. Or maybe it's nothing even crazy like that. Maybe you just have an annoying coworker who is always playing too much. Like right when you get to work, he got jokes for days and they always about you. Next time he literally directs the joke at you, you literally stay silent on the subject and continue with whatever subject you want to talk about. This will help you gain control in the conversation, all while creating a presence that's felt and not heard. Putting it all together. Okay, now let's put it all together. We learn how impulsive or thoughtless words can create real problems and how the ripple effect can amplify them. But by applying the fourth law of power, always say less than necessary, we can navigate our conversations more effectively. Remember, pause before you speak, weigh your words carefully, and learn when and how to use the power of silence. And these are all tools we can use in our everyday conversations. If you made it this far, I want to say thank you for your time and attention. Please like the video and leave a comment. Let us know a time when your own words got you in a sticky situation. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.